it's invisible. We put on a happy show for Instagram. But the truth is, there are lots of people quietly living lives of despair, deep in dissatisfaction about themselves and the way that their lives are going. I'm going to tell you what I think about that and the way out. But first, I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you about an investor and a junkman. The first time I heard this story, read this story, it was in Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill, he tells a story at the beginning of the book about a man who invests his money in a promising gold mine operation. He gets the equipment, he secures the mining rights to a promising site, and he goes out there and he starts digging. He finds a little vein of gold, and he's successful. He makes money, and he puts the money back into equipment, and he hires some people to help him, and he just goes at it, digging, as a good capitalist will do. But the vein runs out, and suddenly, for no reason that they can understand, they just hit rock. Well, I suppose that gold is a rock, but this is like boring rock, like granite or something. They don't know what to do. So they frantically dig and look for the vein, trying to find it again. There's an emotional flavor to that. They're worried. Everything they're doing is anxious and based on a negative vibration inside of their soul. And just like one of my favorite guys says, no intelligent action came from a negative vibration, ever. Well, so this investor, he loses the enthusiasm for the whole thing. He's just worn out. He's worn himself out. And after a while, he just decides to cut his losses. He's so negative about the whole thing. He dismisses the men, and he says, well, all this equipment that I bought, it's just a bunch of old junk. So he goes and he finds a junk man who will buy it all from him. And this junk man, he gives him a fair price. And so the investor also throws in the mining rights to the site. He doesn't have any use for it. Now the junk man, he's in a new situation that he's never been in before. He not only has all this old equipment, which he is accustomed to, but he has the mining rights to the site, which, as far as he knows, just worthless. But he thinks about the problem, and he thinks about the problem with a different kind of emotional spirit. He's curious about it. He finds it very interesting, a positive vibration. So he thinks about it, and he thinks it's very strange that a vein of gold would just end. He doesn't know why that would happen, but he does know who would know why that would happen. A geologist. And so he goes down to the local school there, and he talks to a geologist. A geologist, of course, is into this kind of thing. So he's very intrigued. The junk man shows him the maps and even invites him to come out to the site and see what's going on. The geologist tells the junk man a bunch of stuff about fault lines, which, junk man didn't know anything about that kind of stuff. Apparently neither did the investor. And the geologist tells the junk man, after doing his, doctorly calculations, exactly where that vein should be. And the junk man, what the hell? Let's go digging. Got all the equipment here. See what we can find. That's what he does. Well, I doubt that you'll find this terribly surprising, but he finds the gold. It's a true story. You can look it up. Google it. But you know where he finds the gold? It's just 3 feet deeper into the rock. from where the investors guys had stopped digging. 3 feet. The investor was just 3 feet from the gold and didn't know it. So, why do people live these quiet lives of despair, so dissatisfied with their results in their life? Could it be that they've given up on their dreams just a little too soon? Could it be that there's still a chance? Could it be maybe that they're just 3 feet away from the goal? You know, FDR said that the only limit to our realization of tomorrow are the doubts of today. He gave a remedy too. Let us move forward with a strong and active faith. I pull that one out of the bag all the time because it's so good. It was so good that they put it in stone at his memorial in DC. It's the way, you know. It's the way out of despair. To move forward with a strong and active faith in all those positive possibilities, and the chance that we're going to find the gold again. The Junkman did that. He had a positive attitude, with curiosity. He even had humility too. He knew that he didn't know, and so he was willing to go and ask. And if you go and ask, you'll find people who will help you. Because there's a lot of good people out there. A lot of people who are curious too, like the geologist, and are happy to lend a helping hand. Well, I hope that story was helpful to you, and thank you for going on this little journey with me.